One owner car.
Put the bodies in.
Never seen this method. Shoe polishing that.
Lick.
Rounded her off.
Stop the Pringle.
I'm over it.
Give it the wiggle, 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 wiggle.
It won't come off there.
Oh no. It's poking. Ah! Give it a ugga dugga. Girl power.
Final man.
Woo! It's alive.
Oh, did our slinky come out? Oh, that's unfortunate.
Start ranging on it.
Don't worry, you know.
You can't get in there. Hey, spoiled rotten. He's just hanging out in here.
I'm the bestest boy.
Right, Rockies? A flying saucer.
For the first time.
Thing, do the brake thing.
This ain't good. Blew my flop off. Get out of the Jeep, buddy.
No.
Oh, gosh.
Ew.
Some tomfoolery. Eugene, what have you done? He snapped off on me. Woo! Oh, my gosh.
Rocky.
Wrong auto got us.
He's in a heater trance. Thank the Lord.
I'm like a dad.
Oh, my pinky. Be a monkey's uncle. Fishy flops don't lie. Believe me, I know. Oh, shoot. Laser beaming me. Ow! Ow! Quit! Catches fire. Flavor Flav.
I ain't rounding nothing off. Show enough she do.
Nothing. Going the extra mile. She sounds like a river.
You're gonna have arthritis.
Ranger.
Ranger alert. Burn our rear end up. Oh, okay. Bit me. Oh. Well, that seems safe.
Scars. Snazzy.
Are you kidding me?
Concubines.
Shirley.
What could go wrong? We are going to get stuck. Oh, we're spinning. You double donkey stomped him. It's huge. A much smaller tree.
Dang it!
Give it some gas.
Dangers.
It wasn't me.
Mom's gonna kill you.
Bingo hall.
Lord Almighty.
What are you doing to me? She slunked out. Welcome back to the Sleeper Dude YouTube channel. We're back with the 64 Plymouth Savoy that was given to us for free. And I mean, look, the fog lights alone were worth the drive to go get this thing, right? If you haven't seen the video, this thing was parked for like 25 years and we got it running. It's a 3-speed in the floor, which is Ralphie's favorite thing about it. We all really like this car, and I have let it sit for 7 months out here after I got it running. So I have got to get this thing drivable. We've had brake parts here from Wrong Auto for the last 7 months. I also have the cheapest carburetor eBay sells for this thing. It's actually designed for a 318, but I think it'll bolt on this. Somebody has put a Super 6 engine in this because this car had over 300,000 miles. So our plans are to put new brakes on it, put new casings on it, do a tune-up on the engine, and also put the new carburetor on it. So we're going to try to get this thing completely drivable. So let's get started on this thing and see if we can get it roadworthy finally. It's too nice of a car to let sit. It's a one-owner car as well. I actually didn't know that when we filmed the first 2 videos on this car, but found out later that their grandpa bought this thing brand new in '64. He actually replaced it with the 78 Volare wagon that I bought from him years ago. If you watch my old videos, real old videos. And this is the same people that had the 52 Ford truck as well. So he was all about buying some cars new and keeping them. Are you guys ready to work on it?
Yeah, for sure.
I would have put it on the wildfire lift, but we had no brakes, and I didn't want to run off the other end of the lift. We've got all the parts out here organized, ready to go. First things first, you got to work on the most important thing. So we got these wiper aids sent to us from Australia a few months ago. So we need to get these things installed. Right, guys?
Exactly.
All right, here you go. Get them on. He had put some on it years and years ago, probably 25 years ago. And when you have a high-speed sports car like this, you have to have something like this to keep the wipers down.
Wait, does it just like snap off?
Yeah, it slides off to one side, yeah.
It goes this way.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
I almost got it.
They did it?
No. Yeah, I need to.
It's
Oh my Lord, how did you get that on so easily?
simple, you snap it on. At least we got that part done. I love the body style of this car. My dad always had 63 Impalas, and they have a very similar grille and front fenders and stuff. It reminds me of that. I either like really small cars or like the bigger 4-door sedan cars. I love a big car like this with a big trunk.
Put the bodies in.
You want to pop the hubcap off?
What are you, hammer and nailing it?
Well, it's not drill bit.
Why don't you use a screwdriver?
It'll be fine.
I've never seen this method used before.
I don't think it's going to be very good.
You decide to switch to a more conventional method?
Yeah.
You gotta catch them things, bro. Listen, it's lunchtime, I'm hungry, and Wawa's not around right now, so I'm going to try to sneak in a Factor meal. Now, she loves these things, but I got to hide them from her, you know? I like them too. She wants to steal them from me. If you're wondering what Factor is, they deliver fresh, never frozen meals that are dietitian approved, nutritious meals right to your door. All you have to do is heat them up, and they're ready to eat in 2 minutes. Let's go hit one up now. Now, you've heard me talk about Factor before. Let's see what we got this time. We got smoothies this time, and I don't know if you know or not, but I'm a super smoothie fan. Those are like my favorite things to drink. We got some options here. Blackened salmon, Santa Fe, beef skillet, artichoke, and spinach chicken. I think I'm going to go with the artichoke spinach chicken and a strawberry banana smoothie. So it's the new year, and if you've got a resolution where you want to get more things done, have more energy, eat healthier, this can help you reach your goals. Instead of spending all that time at the grocery store and prepping meals, just throw this in the microwave for 2 minutes and you've got a healthy meal. And look at all the time you'll save. It's cheaper and easier than takeout. There you go. It's just that easy. And really the hardest thing about Factor is trying to keep it away from the kids so I can eat it. And this looks good. Yeah, it's always a competition to see who gets the food when the Factor shipment comes in. Everybody's wanting to eat it. I mean, look at this, guys. This is real chicken. This ain't no fake, ground up stuff they're calling chicken. This is a real chicken breast here. I'm actually really picky about my food, and this is super good. So head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code SleeperDude60 to get 60% off your first Factor box. That's factor75.com, code SleeperDude60 to get 60% off your first Factor box. So big thank you to Factor for sponsoring this video. We really appreciate it. It helps our channel out a lot. Now let's get back to the video after I eat this.
Dad, are you eating my Factor again?
I should have known you'd do the long shot.
Yeah.
You building a house back here?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's in it's Mexico. Oh, Lord.
It's so weird how they have left-hand threads on one side and right hand on the other.
Shimmy.
That's a good casing right there. You put a little shoe polish in that and you'll be just fine. We need to get some casings for it, don't we?
Absolutely.
PB blaster bubbling in there.
That just sounds like a
What happened to half of that thing?
No. Look at that, Mom.
Slick.
Wow.
It just twisted the line off. Man, very first line. It seemed to be turning in there and I wasn't worried about it at all. And it just rounded her off. So
Give her the beans, buddy.
yeah, so I'm gonna have to put a new end on that line or remake it, one of the two.
Give her the beans, then you pop the Pringle.
So this is what I like to use. Take your cutters and pull like that on it. Grab it and pull up.
What? No.
Did he do
That's
that?
how I get treated.
Did he do that? You're gonna have to body slam him when we go
Just like
inside.
Dad.
What did you taught this kids?
Son, I don't know where you learned something like that from, but I'm over it. I'm taking the master cylinder loose. We tried to save this one if you watch the old video. We did get a little bit of brakes working, but the seal on the back of the master cylinder is leaking. It just pours into here. So it's wet all down the firewall where the fluid all came back out of it. There's your shot. Right there is what it's doing. It's just in terrible shape.
Give it the wiggle, 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 wiggle.
It literally won't. Ow. Jeez. It won't come out there. Boom, boom. How, Mom?
Check it, check it.
Oh, good
Mom
Lord,
got it.
What is that?
You need to show them this shifter in here for people that haven't seen it.
Here's Papa's shifter he fixed right up there.
I love it.
Goody, did you find any monsters in here?
He's convinced there are no monsters in this car. Only scary things.
Don't squeeze too hard.
You don't cut it in half.
I'm back about it. Oh no! Oh no, Dad! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You got it?
I did it on the other side.
Oh,
It just broke, so.
okay. We got new ones. It's all right.
It was an accident. Hold it. Oh. Wait. Ow! Okay. I can't tell the difference between things that thread off and things that don't thread off, okay?
There's never been a truer statement spoken.
I literally don't. Stop it. I want to beat you. Ralphie, no. Adopt it. It's turning off.
I'm convinced that they could have put these bolts on the firewall side, the other side of the firewall. So I wouldn't have to have 2 extensions and a swivel and a prayer to get this thing out.
Ah!
You keep pinching yourself?
Yeah.
Come on, give it a ugga dugga.
Here we go. Hold on. It's not. Oh, there you go.
Girl power.
Sorry, Spidey. Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Oh, it's alive. Get away. I thought it was
Leave it
dead.
alone. It might be brown recluse.
Brown recluse. What?
So everything looks good in here. Our springs look good. Our hold downs, our shoes look good. The drum looks pretty good. So we should be able to just replace the wheel cylinders and go. So we got a late start this evening and we got church tonight. We're going to stop here for today and we'll come back tomorrow and work on it. Boom, we're back. Our schedule is absolutely crazy as of lately. You want to try to take the other drum off and I'm going to try to continue taking this master cylinder off, bud.
Okay. Oh, Lord. Oh, that's holding the wrong thing. Oh, it's stuck. It's coming. It looks good. The brake pads are good.
No broke springs?
No.
Usually they have a pin that attaches the master cylinder to the pedal. This one has a bolt. It's not too easy to loosen up in here, but I'm slowly getting it.
That's tight, I think. Yeah, it was.
Fit them, they're pretty good. Where's your shoes?
I don't got none.
Finally got that bolt loose, so we should be able to pull the master cylinder out. That thing is a booger. I hate that that line broke off. Oh, did our slinky come out? Whole thing came off. Look how.
Ew.
Oh. Ooh. Well, there's what our reservoir looks like now. Yeah, that shaft, usually those don't just fall out. Like, usually they're clipped in there. It's weird they just come right out of there. Let's see if this breaks loose with the line. The line's twisting, isn't it? Oh man, is this gonna be a recurring thing the whole time? I don't have much hope for this working because this line looks like it's in really bad shape. Sometimes you can clamp on them like this slightly and stop them from twisting, but no, it broke anyway. Shoot. We're gonna be making a bunch of brake lines, guys. That's unfortunate. Ralphie, do you know these have torsion bar front ends where you can lower them if you want to and raise them up if you want to?
No.
Yeah, so if we wanted to lower it, we could just turn a bolt.
Where's that bolt
Is
at?
that like the truck?
Yeah. Golly, you ready to lower it? We ain't got it.
I was gonna start ranging on it. She'll ride good with all new stuff.
Yeah. So like I've told y'all before, it's usually easier on these old brake hoses if you're gonna replace them anyway, just to cut them up here next to the wheel cylinder. And if you want to, you can get a socket on this and take it out. See, now I can just get a 5/8 socket right over the top of that and break it loose.
The more you know.
Do you think they sent us the right brake line?
Maybe.
Well, that end looks correct. As far as looks go, they look correct. I don't know if that copper washer is supposed to be there, though. I didn't think they had copper washers on them. And show them why you replace your old brake lines. Nothing's going through, right?
No.
Yeah. So both ends of this thing block completely. So what happens is the inside swells up and then you don't get any brake fluid through. If you have an old car with drum brakes, you definitely should replace your hoses if they're old. This guy right here is like almost impossible to get to.
It's a terrible place, isn't it?
This boss for the brake hose is right against it. Like you can't get a socket on it and you really can't get a wrench on it. And like if you get a wrench on it, you can't move it. I don't know what we're gonna have to do to get this off.
Don't worry, your helper's here to help.
Rocky, could you get out? I don't know how to get that out. I'm gonna heat it up. Maybe we can loosen it. I'm afraid we're gonna round that thing off. What's all this, Rockies? What's all that right there? It's funny how they change. Different times of day, their bellies stick out way farther than other times. Ralphie has got out our new torch we got in the fan mail. Hopefully I filled it up right. Now push it down and hold it. All right. Heat that up.
Oh, Lord.
Rocky is in here amongst it, trying to figure out what we're doing.
Stay on fire. Rocky, you can't get in there. The door's not open.
What's he trying to do?
He wants to get in here and check out this seat.
Here. Is that what you're wanting?
Yeah, what's in there? Hey, spoiled rotten. You can't resist those seats, can you, buddy? Got a little something right here. Yeah, you have a little something there. At least y'all clean your room this good.
I do. That's debatable.
He's just hanging out in here like this is his car or something.
At least he's house trained and car trained.
Chewing his cud.
So I've tried like every 1/2 wrench I own, and I finally found one that will fit it. So this is a Pittsburgh. It's just a cheapie, but it is thin enough around the end to fit over it. There we go.
Need a little glove?
Good job. Mama thinks I'm the bestest boy.
So if you're not replacing the shoes and springs and stuff, the easiest way to do this is just pull the springs off, the top 2 springs, and lay the shoes open, and you can replace the wheel cylinder without removing the shoes completely. It saves you a bunch of time. Right, Rockies? No sense of personal space whatsoever with him, huh? Now you can just pull these back like this, and there's your wheel cylinder. Yeah, this is what they look like when they've been sitting for 25 years or so. You can't just get in it and the brakes work. Well, that's a really funny shape wheel cylinder. Usually these are round right here. This is more like a flying saucer. Looks like Wrong Auto did us right on this one.
For the first time in forever.
Let's go on in the intro.
It better not.
It should bolt right back in place of where the old one was. There you go. We got it bolted back in. I am going to lubricate the adjuster down here, and we'll let that sit for a little bit, and before we put the drum back on, we'll make sure that still turns. So I just transferred over that old copper washer because the new one didn't come with one. How do brakes work?
You push the thing and the wire goes to the thing that makes the thing do the brake thing.
Excellent explanation. Let's go. Well, it looks like our adjuster is stuck. So I guess I'm gonna have to pull this off and get it freed up. We got squeeze on it here trying to free it up. And Rocky. You ever used a torch before?
No.
This ain't good. It's still not free. Really? Wow, that is super stuck. There we go. Had to flip around the way we had mounted it, but finally got it to break free. That thing was really stuck. It didn't look all rusted up at all, did it? But it was really stuck. Hopefully that'll free it up. Pitch blaster will fix anything.
A little heat ball too.
Stop it. That's a stiff little spring. Hold that in. Oh, God. Look, blew my flop off. There we go. So now that thing turns completely free. If your brakes are out of adjustment, it's going to pull to one side or something. It's not going to work right. Rocky, get out of the Jeep, buddy. So we got a bunch of junk in our grease here when we took our drums off. So I'm going to clean all this stuff up, repack our bearings. You don't want to breathe this old brake dust from the 60s. It's not good for you. You want to pack that bearing with grease? I'll work on the other wheel cylinder.
Okay. This is a mess.
Yeah, it's a messy job. You gotta make sure you get it down in there good.
It's like the funniest color.
Alright, put that bearing on there the other direction. The skinny side in. Okay. Alright, now the washer. Let's see, the washer fits in that groove. I don't think you see it. I don't think you're seeing it.
Oh.
There you go.
There we go. I was like, what?
Okay, now the nut screws on.
Which way? This way?
That's not the nut, that's the cage.
What? Oh, I see that part.
We're gonna put it on this car.
I'm trying.
Love Mama.
Thank you. You can get down now.
You can't give Ellie any attention.
No.
If you give her any attention, this is what she does.
We do like her too. Okay, get down. No, get down.
She's like, but we just hugged and now we're best friends. So this is just like playing jokes on your parents. You push it as far as you can, then you back it off just a little bit. So I'm just gonna put a new cotter pin here since Wawa broke the last one. Now this is confusing. The other side did not have a self-adjuster. It just had the adjuster and a spring. I gotta assume that somebody has probably swapped out that side. I'm not sure what's went on here, but something's went on because they should be the same as each other, I would think. And it looks like the end maybe broke off this spring, despite my children saying they were good. Something's been done here. I don't know what, because this spring don't match that one. Somebody's messed with some stuff here. That was a little stuck. Oh gosh.
Ooh, crusty.
Look at that. This is why you can't just leave old wheel cylinders on cars. You have to replace this stuff, guys. Hoses, wheel cylinders, just get new ones.
Elmer, what are you doing? I don't have anything.
You
I
have
just want your love.
She just wants love.
Or she's just Swedish.
You're gonna have to love on her.
So this side did not have a copper washer on the line, which I think is the way it's supposed to be from ones I've done before. It's just like a tapered flare deal. So we'll see how the other one does. If it ends up leaking, we'll have to take that back off. I didn't think it's supposed to have a copper washer, but I don't know everything. I'm not my wife. So I dug through my stuff here because this spring is not correct for it. And I got what I believe is the correct size spring for this side over here. Somebody has done some tomfoolery on this.
Tomfoolery.
Yeah, there's been some tomfoolery here. Also, this bottom spring was way too stiff. I found a little bit longer spring. I think that'll work. This cable's not the right length either. I don't know what they've done here, but this doesn't line up at all. Maybe I should just make it like the other side and not even have a self-adjuster, you know? Hook it up like this, like they have on the other side. It looks like this self-adjuster is completely stuck as well. Usually they're rusty when they are stuck, but this one doesn't really look that rusty. So do like that and try to go around it, like not just one side of it. That self-adjuster even looks different. The teeth on it are different. Eugene, what have you done?
I don't say Papa. He did.
Papa, come on.
He's working on
I
it.
guess 300,000 miles, he did a couple of different brake jobs.
Ain't no
on it.
telling.
Think it's good enough?
Hey,
Is that hard enough, you think?
probably.
Oh, look at that. That's completely free. That's so weird how that works. So like this one is left-hand threads where the other one was right-hand threads. So we're just gonna make this like the other side. Since our self-adjuster cable's the wrong length and everything else, we're just gonna make it manual adjustment. It always amazes me. You'll get a car that's like super old and this will be all caked up with nasty grease and you clean off, they always look brand new. I think we twisted off another one. Oh yeah, we twisted it right off. Perfect. Okay, well I guess this car's getting all new brake lines. Are you a good bearing greaser now?
Yeah, I think so.
You like doing it?
Yeah, it's fun.
Playing in the grease and
Yeah.
just putting the new gloves on every 5 seconds? It's gonna cost me a fortune for you to grease these. She puts a new pair of gloves on every time.
Because they get dirty.
Think you got enough grease?
Yeah, probably.
Back it back off just a little bit. It's always better to be a little bit too loose than too tight. I put a little extra in the cap just for good measure here. Is that Wawa approved?
It is Wawa approved.
All right, we're gonna make some brake lines now. So we got the one here, and it goes across the back of the firewall, which thankfully this thing's a slant 6 and we got some room to work. And then the one on the other side here, which comes in and goes straight to this distribution block down here. And I guess I'm gonna have to make this one too. So this is gonna take a while. I'm just gonna set it up on time lapse. We got that off there. Man, the end of every one of these broke off on me. Usually I have pretty good luck getting them heated up, but I heated up that distribution block. I mean, just every single one of these things snapped off on me. I got 3 new lines to make. This is the one that goes to master cylinder. I was able to spin it out, but I think I'm gonna have to replace the whole line probably anyway. So here's what you're gonna need to make new brake lines. So this is 3/16 brake line, which is primarily what most cars have on them. That's what this car should have on everything except for the one going down from the master cylinder to the distribution block. So first off, you slide your tube nut on, because I can't tell you how many times I forgot to do that, and you gotta start all over. Then you slide this over it. You take this guy here that comes with the kit, and that's how far out you want the tube to be. So now I've locked these down here, and you slide this die right here inside the line, and you're gonna take this guy. So see, this slides right over here now. Put it on top of this die right here, and crank it down flat. And now that you cranked it down, you back it back off, and to remove the dye that you had in there. These things are harder to deal with though than the guy who runs your local homeowners association. You keep messing with it, you can get it out of there. You just usually got to twist it. That pushes it down, squishes it out like a mushroom, and makes it look like me in a size 32 pants. Now your last step is you put this back on without the dye and squish it down flat, and you've got a double flare. Now I'm not talking about woo, woo. I'm talking about something different here, okay? It's a type of flare. It's what you need to do to keep your brake lines from leaking. So that's what it looks like when you're done. You just bend it. Now they have tubing benders. Honestly, a lot of times I just use my hands, so. Well, I got all the new front brake lines made. Almost did this flare without putting the tube nut on, but caught myself. No mistakes on this one. I just kind of mocked it up next to the old one and just bent most of it by hand. If I did a really sharp bend, I used the little cheap tubing bender. But it comes down here to there, and then our new line comes over to here, and I got all them hooked up to the hoses. And here is the new line that's going up to the master cylinder, and I based it off of the old one down here. So hopefully we're good to go. This guy should just drop right in there. I kind of like the 4-bolt setup. Usually you have a 2-bolt setup, but I do wish that it bolted from this side. That would make life a lot easier, but they pretty much never do. One piece of advice I'll give you on hooking up these hard lines is leave everything loose. Like leave the master cylinder loose. I left these lines loose. I left the clip off, and I'll get it started and then put the clip back in. Same thing here. I'll get this all started and then bolt the master cylinder. Makes it a lot easier for threading stuff like this in. After a lot of work, I got the cross bolt in there that connects the brake pedal to the master cylinder. I think we've got everything buttoned up on the front now. I may just go ahead and put some brake fluid in it and let it kind of self-bleed. I guess we're gonna work our way towards the back now. Get some of the air out of the front lines while we're working on the back. I may end up dumping all this on the floor when I take everything loose back there. See what I'm talking about? I was moving these old parts. Look at the bleeder screw. And there's just no way to use this junk unless you rebuild them. Now, I've rebuilt them before. You can hone them out and redo them, but a lot of times you can buy these things for like $5-10. That's why I end up usually replacing them. Look how far it is from the rear bumper to the rear axle on this thing. I don't know if you can tell. It is so far up in here to get to the rear axle. Had to get the long jack for this one. Harbor Freight. You buy the best products Chinese companies make, they still have issues. So this has a Chrysler 8 3/4 rear axle. So decent sized rear axle, you know. It's not no tiny little thing. It's weird how they have this nut here with a cotter pin. So I believe they only made this style 2-piece rear axle for like 3 years or something. I believe this is the final year because I think in 65 they went to a conventional axle setup. So you have to take this nut off here and the hub and everything comes off with the drums. This could be a pain, Ralphie. But we need to get these off to make sure we don't have any broken hardware. How tight's this gonna be? It's not terrible. What a strange design, huh?
Yeah.
Are we gonna be lucky? Look at that. Oh man, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it'd be stuck on there. Feel that drum, feel how smooth it is.
Oh, wow.
We need brake shoes.
Wow, that's great.
Look at that right there. Ah, look at it just come apart. I wonder what it is that makes it come apart like that. Somebody's drove it until they completely wore out. Oh, and our self-adjuster cable's broke. This spring doesn't look right either. See how that's just slammed into the bottom? That is not how that's supposed to be. We're gonna have to get brake shoes and a self-adjuster kit at least. You think that's the right one? I think it's a little long. Because look, ours is right there. Let's get the other side off, see what all we have to order. Womp, womp, womp. Ralphie wants to break this one loose.
Is that one?
Yeah. This car's gonna be fun once we get it done, though. It's gonna be a good little take a trip car, huh?
Yeah.
You may be the only 11-year-old that's ever worked on this style brake setup.
We're the only ones who's worked on brakes.
Yeah. Let me try it.
No. This brake just falling out of the other one.
Oh my gosh.
There's all those
Look at that.
and stuff.
The self-adjuster and the cable. Oh man, I didn't expect it to be that
Wait,
bad.
that's the brake pads.
The whole front brake shoe come off. Here's a spring for the self-adjuster. Okay.
We have some springs and stuff.
Yeah, we do have some springs. We might as well get shoes and a self-adjuster kit for both sides. So we will see you guys when these parts come in.
Swap.
And we're back. It's been a few days. Our parts came in. It's also 6 degrees outside. We spent all morning getting our pipes unfroze. So we ended up getting all 4-corner self-adjuster kit. So we'll have the correct self-adjusters on all 4 corners since somebody had messed with the front ones, you know, Ralphie. We also got 2 brake hardware kits, so hopefully we'll have any springs we'll need that may be broke. We also got a starter relay since this thing won't start by the key. And we got some new brake shoes for the back. And they did not charge us anything for the asbestos. It says 100% asbestos free. So that means they didn't charge us anything for the asbestos. So that's a good thing, that you don't have to pay extra for it. All right, let's get started. He just wants to stand by the heater. Well, it looks like our self-adjuster is completely stuck. Even the cup on the end is stuck on this one. That looks to be the same shoe, so I think we got the correct thing this time. Well, I've went through our hardware kit here, and I thought this lower spring was too stiff, but the replacement looks identical to it. Same thing here, these upper ones, one of them's this size and the other one's this other one, so everything seems to match up, so I don't think I'm going to replace any of the springs that are on here. But I'm going to go ahead and replace the self-adjuster, and we got our new cable. Everything there looks correct. They had the short shoe on the back. Usually the long shoe goes on the back. I got the tube nut loose from the wheel cylinder, but the line is stuck inside of it like all the other ones have been. So I'm gonna heat it up a little bit. Hopefully it'll break loose without having to make another line.
Rocky. You can't eat the wires.
I was able to hold the line with the little channel locks I got, and was able to save it. Looks like it's turning now. Heat always helps, and if you can grab the line without kinking it up near the tube nut, you might can get it break loose like I did here. Got our old wheel cylinder off there, and does that look the same to you? No, it does not. So wrong auto got us again. Every time. I don't know if these are for the 11-inch brakes, the heavy duty brakes or not. I'm gonna have to come up with some wheel cylinders. I don't have a brake hose either for the rear. Great. I have some other stuff here on the shelf. Maybe we can find something that'll work.
The first box we pick up, it looks like it's gonna be it.
Yeah, maybe.
Rocky, you were no help.
Thank you.
He's in a heater trance. You warm, Rocky?
If they're not identical, they're really, really close to being identical. These were actually sent to us in the fan mail, and I remember him saying they were for a Dodge. So I guess we're gonna run with this one, and whoever sent it to us in the fan mail, thank you, you saved us on this one. Ralphie, if you'll get in there and push the brake pedal. We're gonna try to flush out any of the bad fluid that's in this before we hook the wheel cylinder, because you don't want to push all that rust and junk right into your new wheel cylinder. It's pushing fluid out.
How close can you get to the heater? Ew.
Yeah, it's supposed to be clear. Look at that grit that came out. That's exactly why you don't hook them up without flushing the line out. Now we got a bunch of fluid coming out, don't we?
He's right up here in my business.
Well, I'm going to assume that they did it wrong the last time, and I'm going to put the long shoe in the back. You know, I was always taught always the long ones in the back, just like school pictures. So I think somebody's just done some work to this over the years. As many miles they put on it. No, can't eat the adjuster. No, he's just messed up. Like, I had all this stuff sitting the way it came off, and he's just stomped and ate everything.
That's for Rocky. That's what Rocky can eat. O-ring?
Yeah.
I got it all back in there with the new adjusters and stuff. That's gonna be good to go. Do you think so?
Maybe.
That's such a weird setup, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's too loose. It needs to drag a little bit. Getting them adjusted right is really important, because if not, all your liquid energy is going to be wasted on just pushing those pistons out, and they can't reach out as far as they need to. So you need to adjust this out so you have some sort of drag on here. Ralphie, the time has come to use the largest wrench we have.
Hey, that's mine.
I know. It's your favorite wrench, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've never used this wrench before, have we? Aside from you threatening me with it or something.
Yeah. Throwing it, hitting my toes and stuff.
Yeah. Feels like we're working on the front end, but it's actually a rear end. Are you cold?
Yes.
Now what, Ralphie?
Other side?
Exactly.
The Except for.
Hey. Look. Seems like if anything's bad, the cable's bad.
Yeah.
Ralphie, this line came loose. Didn't break.
Thank the Lord.
Heater hogger, I need you to go pump the brakes, okay? Well, we got it all back together there. I had to replace this spring and retainer here because this one flew off and hit me in the face. We put all our new adjusters on there. This thing is gonna stop so good now. Well, I'm gonna cut the brake hose that we don't have a new one for. I'm hoping we can piece together something here. I don't want to break these loose. I'd like to leave this distribution block in place. Look at me go. I think I got it now.
I hit my head.
How'd you hit your head?
I'm so like that. I was like, oh. I'm like a bird, I want to fly away.
Come on, bud. I gotta get out of here somehow.
Oh my Lord, Dad.
Help me out of here. Oh, my pinky! Already had to climb under the house this morning. So here's other brake hoses we've been sent wrong. Let's see if there's any that match it. That guy right there looks the same, doesn't it? Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. It looks like it's made for a 3/16 line, but with a bigger nut. But I found this adapter I had to go down to a normal 3/16 tube nut. So I believe this one will work, even though I know what this came off of. This came off the Metro Mite. This is for a 71 Metro Mite, but it looks like it's going to work here. Do you think we're ready to bleed the brakes now, Wawa?
Yes.
Pump the brakes.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Check us out on other platforms at Sleeper Dude 88. Well, that pedal feels good to me, and fishy flops don't lie, do they, Ralphie?
No.
I think we're good to go on the brakes. Can you believe all those lines are replaced? I couldn't find one leak. All right, let's show them the next problem. What happens when you turn the key?
Nothing?
Exactly. So we got our starter relay from Wrong Auto, and we are going to replace this guy, and hopefully they'll fix it, because we had this thing completely hot wired. The wiring had caught fire on it where they had tried to get it running years ago. They fried some stuff, and I think they fried the starter relay. I hope this is a problem. It's a pain to have a car that you twist wires together to start it. Believe me, I know. Well, they look the same to me. Well, at least it looks a lot better. All right, Wawa, give it a try.
Nothing.
Nothing? Oh, shoot. Yeah, the battery's hooked up. Oh, well, that wasn't it, I guess. Look at this guy, laser beaming me. Well, I guess we're gonna have to start tracing down wires and seeing what's up. When we got it running, we bypassed some stuff, and we may have bypassed some things wrong. Whoa, 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 ow, ow, ow. Go! I should have never got you that. This guy's got a splatter ball gun, and he's just been murdering me now with it. I'm under the dash, and you're sniping me. Quit, 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 quit. Well, we've went as far as pulling the whole dash back out. So originally, the red wire that's out there on the starter relay came into here, and the red wire to here and the black wire coming out here was melted. So I cut them, and I hooked the black wire up to this main intersection, which actually powers the red wire. I thought that would fix everything, but that black wire goes out to the alternator, and right now I don't have power. So we're gonna have to reroute this some different way, because we're getting no power to the ignition switch. So it really wasn't actually charging, apparently, and wasn't powering. That's why I had to straight wire the coil in order to get this thing to run. So now I'm splitting it off with two different wires. The red wire is going to go up under the dash to power the main power junction under there, and the black one is going to the black charging wire from the alternator. So now we should have power to our dash and power going to our alternator.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So we're using some big heavy 10 gauge wire here for this. Your main charging wire and main power wire is somewhere you do not want to scrimp and save. So you always want to have overkill on your main charging and power wires. Let's see if it catches fire. A little bit of sizzle there.
A little bit.
All right, we got dash lights now.
Hey.
What's that, oil pressure? Let's see if the engine turns over. Yes, it does, with the key. All right, I wonder if we have spark. We got our little inline spark tester we got in the fan belt. Ralphie, crank it over and let's see if it's got fire. Oh, we have no fire. Okay, what's up with that?
Is the battery too low or something?
I don't know, it is pretty low sounding. Let me check, see if I have power to the coil. We have 10.5 volts going in to the ballast resistor. We got 5.9 coming out. Our battery's really low right now. We have power to the coil. Turn the ignition switch off. Yeah, So it's working, it's sending power to it. So if we have a signal from the points, everything should be fine. Maybe our tester light ain't working. Try to crank it again, Ralphie. Oh, okay. We have spark. Huh, I guess our light just wasn't showing up, or maybe I couldn't see it good. Awesome, this is great. Ralphie, before we go any farther, I feel like we have to get these fog lights working.
Yeah.
So check this out. This is the wire, so we're gonna have to just cut and redo. This is the power wire that's supposed to be going under the dash. So we're just gonna have to hook these things up because they're too cool to not be working, right?
Yeah.
Flavor Flav? Yeah. I mean, you know it was done right when they used wire nuts. Look at that. I think that's Mises though. I believe it has had some Mies action.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be getting some new casings for it tomorrow. They had to order them because nobody keeps 14s in stock anymore. I like to use the crimp style connectors that do not have the plastic on them, like this. And then I put heat shrink over them. I like that way better than using these colored plastic ones. I hope these bulbs are still good and stuff.
They're too cool.
Apparently it grounds through the bracket.
I'm gonna go ahead and put plugs and wires on, I guess. Oh, very sooty.
Look how that one came out of the box.
Completely closed out.
So it's all the way closed up.
Yeah.
You're
Get
making
in
me
there.
nervous, Rick.
Get in there.
You're always nervous.
Yeah.
You were born nervous.
That's true, but
A pine, that's what I'll tell you. You'll own it.
Ralphie, why don't you go flip the switch on the dash and we'll see if those lights work.
I turned it on.
You flipped it? What?
Yeah.
flip it again.
It don't work?
Come
I think
on.
the bulbs are blown. Alright, let me see if I got power out here to it. We have 12 volts going out to these. It either needs a bulb or it needs a good ground, one of the two. I just wonder if it's not getting a good ground because of the rust or something. We'll soak them up and see if we can get them loose later. I said we were gonna let it sit.
It sat for...
You're gonna round it off, what you gonna do?
I ain't rounding nothing off. When have I ever messed up a screw? I got them both up.
You got both of them out?
Yes, I did.
Well, PB Blaster did its job quick.
Now what? You know this is my favorite part of this car. I want these things to work.
While they're working on that stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and put our new carburetor on here that I hope bolts up.
Ooh. Where's the heck?
Did you drop something?
No, where's the hole for it to go?
Well, if you got the sock off your hand, you may could feel
Hey,
something.
I found it with the sock.
A dirty sock.
You gotta keep your hands warm.
He probably ripped it right off his hot, sweaty foot.
Probably. Yeah, I did it.
What a twerp move. Look how bad that hose is. I'm gonna have to replace that.
Brittle
It's like-
beans.
Wait, is it this way or this way?
I had it the right way.
Well, what way was
Did
it?
you turn it?
I don't know.
Well, do it and let's see.
Look, this isn't the right.
Ralphie, what are you doing? Did you check the gap?
I checked it with my eyeballs.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
it had a gap.
It wasn't shoved up in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
I think we're good.
Yeah. I think you are.
Dang, you're such a dingy mom.
No, I had it right. You
No,
changed
no, no. You gave it to me.
Whatever.
Yes. Yes.
Does it look gross?
A little bit.
Show enough she do. We just got the spark plug out. It is so tight. It's got a piece of the box with it. You gotta check your
It's not
plugs.
as tight as...
It's got the box in it. Yeah, that never ever fire.
Give us a little gap there, Gapper.
So I couldn't find the new gasket that may have came with this. Either way, I don't have it, so reuse the old one. I put a little bit of clear silicone on it, just enough to hopefully seal up any gaps we may have.
I got this one tightened down.
All right, mankind.
What?
Where's the... I need this thing off the old carburetor.
Oh, you got it.
Ooh, is it full of rust?
Yeah.
So I took the fuel filter out. Same thing as the last one that we had sitting for months. the element is broke loose in there. So it may not be a good idea to buy the absolute cheapest fuel filters you can buy on eBay. So it looks like the way this works is this little brass strap touches the back of this right here, and that's how it grounds itself. And as you can see, the back of this right here is terrible. So let's see if I put a ground to this, it works. No. Okay, well, is the bulb bad? Oh man, that's a bummer. Wonder if we can buy some of these, huh? Nothing?
Nothing.
Really? They're both blown? Well, shoot. Man, I was really hoping to get those going.
I know, they're my favorite.
We got a new Chinese fuel filter that'll fail in a few months. So that's better than what we had, I guess.
This looks a lot better.
What does it say on the top of it? It says Perfection F-40 SAE F-69. So they must have ran the same style carburetor on the 318 and the Super 6 both, I guess. It appears to be basically identical. This distributor cap was cracked, which is a big deal with a distributor cap. That can really mess some stuff up and cause some funky things to happen. So probably a good thing we're replacing it. All right, there's our old points and condenser. These are still working, but you know, might as well just replace them while we're in here. While we're down here, I'm gonna go ahead and replace this fuel pump. These things, a lot of times they'll work the first time, and then second or third time you drive it, it'll stop working. So I believe that's what's happened here. If you watch the Will It Start video, this thing, it was pumping, but just barely. It wasn't keeping the carb full. This is one issue with the slant sixes for me is they put all the important things you have to work on all the time way down here underneath the slanted side. It's not the easiest to work on with stuff like this fuel pump right here.
Yeah.
Man, this tool right here, it saves us so much time, doesn't it? So we got our new fuel pump in. We got all our new ignition parts. Look, you can see how many sets of points this thing has had put in it. It's got so many miles on this engine. So I took the factory fuel hose off, and I'm gonna blow through this metal fuel line because I'd like to use the factory fuel line if it's worthy. We're gonna see if anything nasty comes out the back of this thing. Is stuff coming out?
No. You want me to feel it and see if air's coming?
Yes.
Nothing.
Really? So something's completely stopping it up.
Yeah.
Let's switch ends here. I'll blow this way.
Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Really? I think that's the first time I've had that problem.
Yeah.
I mean, we've always been able to blow them out and use them. Well, Ralphie, I guess we're going to have to do a rubber line the whole way back. I don't have any hard 5/16
Are you
metal
gonna do it
line.
on the outside of the car?
No, we'll go down to there and we'll zip tie it to the factory line.
Just go the extra mile. Cut
Yep.
the ends off.
Yeah, that's when you know you're trying to do it right. We're going to try to start this thing up and see if our fuel pump works and all our ignition stuff and our new carb works. I still don't have the choke hooked up. Oh, she's trying already. See fuel. Oh, she's going to run. Sounds like our timing's too high. Yeah, go ahead. Of course he revs it. If you quit stomping it while it's cold, maybe it would stay running.
I don't know if it's in here. Like,
It's like a bowl of soup shifting this thing. I need to get on it there and make sure there's nothing loose.
she sounds like a river, and she is.
Exactly. Pop every knuckle, son. Golly, you're gonna have arthritis. Oh yeah, we got 14 volts, so we're charging. It's purring like a kitten now.
Yeah.
I don't think the accelerator pump is adjusted correctly. I'm gonna change these settings where it gets the most fuel possible. But it's going to go lean there. That's better. Man, that is so nice when it actually works off the key like it's supposed to. Well, our casings are coming in tomorrow, so we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Swap.
Oh, guys, quit! I should have never got that for you. Let's go to the casing store. So here's what we got for this thing. We got two rims here that match each other. This one, I think maybe an original rim for the car, but I don't have another one like it because it has these five little holes here. None of these other ones have that. I've got a set of 14-inch Dodge Dark caps, which will fit these 5 rims, but it won't fit that rim. I don't even know what that came off of, honestly. So these two match each other. These two match each other. We're just working with what we got. I went through all of them. This is all I could find that actually would fit. Are you gonna make me feed you?
Yeah.
I ended up leaving them 5 hoops just in case one of our old nasty hoops is bent real bad or something. They can have another one. So we'll see which ones they end up using. I told them to use the best 4.
You want to go to Hardee's?
Hardee's, man. You're speaking my language, Ralphie. You taught me into everything. You think you can eat all that, Grandpa?
Yeah.
I knew you couldn't eat all that.
Yeah.
Our casings are ready. That didn't take too long, did it?
No. Ranger.
Ranger alert. This juvenile delinquent shooting road signs. Oh my gosh. Now before we put these new casings on, we've got to check our rear end. You can't expect someone else to check your rear end. You got to check your own rear end. I don't know why more people don't check their rear end. You know, it's a very commonly overlooked item. Let's see if the last owner checked his rear end. It's not looking good, is it? There's no oil pouring out. I put a whole quart in it. Golly, we would have burned our rear end up for sure.
I should have done this before.
I don't know how much this thing's gonna take. It must have been bone dry. I think we finally got it full. It took almost 2 full quarts, which I bet this thing don't hold more than maybe 3.
So I'm gonna take this joker up and paint it.
Now we moved on to the transmission. He's got like 10 washers on this bolt for the aftermarket shifter he's got on it. I don't know why it's angled back like that.
Yeah, Eugene.
Yeah, come on. Judging by the amount of goop I had to carve off here to get to this, let's say it's been a long time on this transmission too. It's not full. So we're not even going through any muffler. This whole tailpipe setup, somebody has coat hangered it to try to get it close to this, but it's not even connected. Look, up here, this is slid inside that one and rusted out. So really our exhaust dump's out right at the front here.
Eugene.
We're gonna reinstall this pipe here. Now we have a complete exhaust system again, except for this enormous hole. How much will it hold? We resorted to pumping the oil in there because we couldn't really get in there because it's right up against the transmission tunnel.
We're gonna have this so good. There's no way it's gonna get on our casings.
It's literally impossible for me to fill up a gear oil jug without spilling it down the side. I've never been able to do it. I always think I'm okay, then I overfill it every time.
I know, but you get the dust off.
I did this.
That's not gonna do it.
I think we finally got it full after another 2 quarts, so this thing had not been checked in a long time. Shift the gears there. Okay, that's moving. I'm trying to figure out why it's so loosey-goosey. I don't see anything loose. Try to shift the other 2 gears. I think you're like hung up in one gear and... Oh, okay, bit me. It's just really funky. We're just gonna be really careful. I don't see anything loose. I think it's just cheap. It's one of them J.C. Whitney's. So not only did I get the rear axle and the transmission oil filled up, I also hooked up the vacuum advance to the distributor down here and also hooked up the mechanical choke and got the optional brace hooked up that holds tension on this, so there's no way this is gonna fail us. Ralphie's cleaning up her hubcaps. These are for the 65 Dodge Dart Coupe. Unfortunately, we only have one of the Plymouth Savoy caps, so we're gonna have to go with Dodge caps.
I don't feel good about this.
Well, it's better than putting Ford caps on, isn't it?
No, Ford won't get you anywhere.
Ooh. Wow.
That's gonna hurt some feelers.
Yeah. Well, no matter how many different ways I've tried this, I've tried it at 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Can't get none of the clocks to fit on this, so I guess we're gonna run it without a breather like we always do.
Yeah.
So since we're putting hubcaps over this, we're just gonna paint the outside lip with a rim.
It's gonna be terrible when I take the hubcaps
We're
off.
shortcutting it. If we would have broke them down here, we would have done it right and painted them correctly, but since it's getting hubcaps and we weren't able to break them down here, we're just gonna do it right here.
I need to tape it.
Yeah, you do.
You didn't check it up on that part.
Well, that seems safe, right? We did such a good job painting those, though.
Got more runs than the Mighty Mississippi.
Yeah, they got a few runs, but nothing a good hubcap won't cover. Hey, I've had the runs.
Sometimes you just get the runs.
Scars.
The scars, yeah.
Scars.
If you shoot one more Orby into my Zephyr, I'm going to punch you. Well, we went and had a can of Vanias in the house, and I believe they're dry now. Let's see how she looks on here. It's so nice to have some new casings on something.
It's a great feeling, isn't it?
It's like, I don't have to worry about that one thing, you know? Just all the other things. I wish we had 4 hoops like this. Don't worry, I found 4 of the lug nuts. It feels so weird going backwards. Okay.
You struggling right now?
Yeah, struggling. You wouldn't stand there and watch a man struggle, would you?
No,
Finally. Ooh.
Crunch.
Sounds like me. Ooh. Okay.
You want to help me?
I'm gonna have to, it looks like. You gotta hold it where the valve stem is a little bit. Give it a bop. Use your hand as a hammer. Look how nice that looks.
Look at that. Snazzy.
Look at her go.
Natural. Oh Lord, that's wet. Don't touch the paint.
Man, it looks nice.
That looks good.
You like it?
It looks better than I thought it would.
Even if they are the wrong caps for the car.
It's okay.
That might be useful. Well, I think we're ready as we're ever going to be. This will be the first time this car has been on the road in 29 years. So, it's about time it got back on the road. You see how easy that shut?
That's amazing.
Let's see what it looks like outside. The throttle seemed like it was hanging up a little bit. Cool. What is it doing? That's not going to work. It's like dialed up to the moon. Okay, let me figure this out. What the heck?
Are you kidding me?
How did it start working?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy.
Why the fog lights start? Turn the switch off. Turn it back on. Now why did he start working?
I don't know, that's awesome.
I guess our return spring just wasn't good enough because it was hanging up right about there. All right, let's put a second return spring on it. Surely that'll work, right? Hey, this will work. Oh, we're in
Oh my
here.
lord, okay.
Hey, finally, it's out here.
That sounds better.
Oh, we got great brakes.
Is your blinker on?
Yeah, I think so.
Still
Oh
on.
man, that steering is super easy for manual steering. Still a little cold, isn't it? Oh yeah. Look how nice the brakes are working.
Wow, incredible.
How's it feel?
That's touchy. Looks like an old cop car or something, doesn't it?
So cool.
It really doesn't sit high. I thought it would sit higher, you know?
That sits pretty good,
It
don't
sits
it?
pretty good, yeah. I like how it sits. Rocky's got mad that we didn't get him a tree. So what we're gonna do is take this thing for a test drive. We know a spot we can go get us a Christmas tree for Rocky and his concubines. So we're gonna go do that now, and hopefully we can make it there in this car. You know, first time in 29 years driving on the road. Surely it'll haul a Christmas tree, right?
Yeah,
Surely.
I don't see why not.
Shirley is
Surely.
Shirley.
Yeah. What could go wrong? All right, we got our safety belts adjusted, and I think we're ready for the road. We just gotta get in gear first. That's way down there. All these slant sixes sound the same, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, I better close this window. It's too cold for this, huh?
Yeah, for real. For Riceville.
All right, out on the main road. First time in 29 years. Let's see how she does. Oh, second. You got second? We got third? Oh, man. We're just rolling now. Fall on his face when you have to drive it, and then once the brakes kind of wear in, we'll probably have to readjust the brakes. He's kind of wanting to dart on us a little bit when we hit him. Rocky's going to be so excited about his Christmas present. Yeah. Even if it is a little late. Yeah. Did the radio work? No radio. What if the heater works? You feel anything blowing? Okay, shouldn't have turned the heater on. Shouldn't have turned the heater on at all. Oh, we're trying to go in a second here. Just struggling a little bit. It would have been good to bolt the steering column back in too. That would have been good. Yeah, we got a good selection down here. We got some friends that own a little bit of land. They don't care if we cut a tree off of it. Because Rocky don't want no fake tree. No. He wants a real one. Oh, yeah, she darts right when you get on the brakes. So we definitely got to do a little bit of adjusting. Grinds every time you go into second gear. The steering is super easy. I'll have to let y'all drive when we get back home. Guys, here we are. Do you think Rocky wants like a big tree or a little tree? Longer than the car, shorter than the car? What are you thinking here?
Longer than the car. Yes.
Oh, wow.
We gotta get a big one.
Can I get him first? There you go. I love the way inline 6 sounds. I had a Nova with the inline 6. I just fell in love with how inline 6 sounds.
Yeah, they sound great.
Yeah, we ought to be able to find something around here. We may get stuck back here. It's awful muddy.
Probably.
It's definitely rated for this.
Oh Lord. Go to your right.
We can't go any farther. We are going to get stuck.
Go to your right.
You think if I go right, I can go?
Go right.
Alright, let's say go right.
Oh, look at that.
We're four-wheeling, as Mom would say. See how much fun we can make it. Oh, we're spinning. We're spinning. We're spinning. We're spinning.
Come on, you got this.
I think this is just about far enough, guys.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's find Rocky a Christmas tree. About got stuck, guys. Can you get out? Are you gonna make it out? Is it that hard?
I don't know, my foot got caught.
Our passenger side doors don't open yet.
It's unfortunate.
We gotta figure that one out. Golly, we're gonna cut our leg off before we get the tree cut down. Look, there's a big monster one right there.
Where?
On the fence row.
Oh, right here?
We can go get that guy.
Right here?
Yeah. Do you think we can even carry this thing?
What if we get the one right beside us?
Oh, come on, son. Go big or go home. Hadn't your mama taught you anything? Anthill, you know what to do. That's my boy. You double donkey stomped him, didn't you? Oh, this is perfect size. It's bigger. The closer we get, the bigger it gets. Oh my gosh, it's huge. It's like as long as the car. You think we can do it?
Yeah, we got it.
Think we got this?
Oh, Lord.
I should have brought a chainsaw.
Should we push it over?
This is way too big. I don't even know how we're going to get it on the roof.
Oh, Lord. Oh, golly.
What have we got ourselves into here? What are we thinking? How are we even going to get up on the car?
We're gonna figure it out.
The car won't make it here. It's too big of a mud hole up there.
Why is it so hard now?
It's in the mud, I guess. Going around this way. It is freezing out here, but I am burning up now.
Oh my gosh, this hurts so bad.
How are we gonna do this? This was a great idea. I envisioned a much smaller tree in my head than this. She ain't going nowhere.
No.
And we were very careful when putting this up on there. I think we're good to go, guys.
I agree.
We can't see anything behind us. And now we can't go forward because it's a mud hole. So we've got to back out of here. So I've got to rely on my mirrors and my best Ace Ventura impersonation to get out of here.
What?
Ace Ventura, you know? Stick your head out the window. Will we get stuck is the question. Think we're going to get stuck?
Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
Whose idea was this?
Mom's.
Like,
This is the part I'm worried about right here.
okay.
We made it.
I'm the world's best backup driver. I bet the back of this tree is dragging the ground right now.
Probably.
Look at our shadow. Oh my gosh. I've never hauled a tree this big on a car. Alright, into traffic we go. What's the speed rating on that tree, you think? If we were getting pulled over, I wouldn't know it. Something's making a ticking noise. That's
I
cool.
think that's something flapping on the ground. From
I
the...
think we got a rock in our casings. Oh, there's a second. Oh, going into first. Come on, girl. I can't believe we're doing this. But I mean, Rocky just wouldn't be happy with a little tree.
We probably look hilarious.
I bet everybody's like, what in the world?
It's already past Christmas.
Are you guys gonna drive it when we get home?
Yes, if we get this tree off.
That transmission grinds a little bit though, don't it? Let me adjust my rear view. This is the first time you drove with a tree strapped to the roof?
Yeah,
We need to measure that thing. That thing's gotta be at least 8 feet, right?
gotta be.
This thing is ran spotless though. Brakes are working good. They're touchy, but they're good. It still has a little bit of a dead spot when you first tip in the throttle, but I think we can work on that accelerator pump adjustment some more and fix that. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? I just love these old four-door sedan cars. It just makes me sad that they don't make them anymore, really. This blinker is just not cooperating with me. It's on, it's not on. We're gonna make it. This thing performed flawlessly. We have good luck on first drives. We made it. This thing is just a tree hauler. It did so good.
That's when the brakes go out.
Y'all want to drive it now?
I will.
Sure, yeah.
You got this, Wawa. I'm gonna let you and Ralphie handle this one.
Oh, God.
Oh no, this isn't starting out good.
Oh, okay.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Be careful, don't hit nothing. Second attempt. Easy out in the clutch.
Give us some gas.
Oh my gosh, what am I doing?
Okay.
Give us some gas.
Dang it!
I told you to give
I
us
can't
some
get the
gas.
dad burn thing. Ow! Okay.
This may have been a mistake. Give it some gas, it would have went.
Give it some gas.
I'm trying! I'm about to get this, okay?
Oh gosh.
Okay, we're on it now, okay?
I think you spun the casings.
Maybe just a little bit. Maybe just a tad. You're staring.
Don't run that.
You know anybody else's kids that have drove with the tree on the roof?
Oh gosh. Okay, so turn east.
Watch out for Dad.
They gotta learn somehow, I guess.
I might be going a little bit too fast, okay? This might be dangerous. It's dangerous.
Don't try to go around the pole.
Oh Lord.
Yes.
She keeps punching it.
That's never gonna let me drive again.
That's such a cool looking car.
Yeah, you did. You did spin the casing.
Okay, we might stop.
Okay,
right
stop. Yeah, right there. Stop. Push the brakes. Brakes are free.
Oh, she slid it all the way in here. You did a great job.
That was interesting.
I'll do better.
Okay. Oh, we better drive, Moscow.
Kids are driving, honey.
I helped out, didn't he?
Wawa did.
It wasn't me. Oh Lord.
Yes, it's too much.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny looking.
Oh Lord.
First try, by the way, on the clutch.
We're just tantalizing Rocky with this thing, aren't we? We got to get it out there to him.
He's looking through the fence. Shut up. I usually can get the clutch. They're gonna be rents.
Oh my gosh, I hope he's playing this turn.
Oh Jesus, I thought that was hitting my plow.
That's so scary.
Oh Lord, you better not. Mom's gonna kill you. Mom's gonna kill you.
What are you doing?
You're done.
Oh my gosh. Cut it off.
You're done.
Calm down. Trying to burn them off in the
I saw that clutch dump.
You know.
We got to get this to Rocky. We're just playing with his emotions, you know?
He knew we had something good for him.
It's a fun car to drive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even if you can't see behind it.
That was a great clutch dump.
Pretty
I tried
good.
to gas it some, and then I knew it wouldn't do a burnout, so push the clutch in, gas it.
Wawa plowed the field when she stopped it up here. The brakes are a little touchy, aren't they? Well, I don't think we can hike this over the fence, so we are going to just drive right in the field with this. This car can go anywhere anyway. And we are going to be driving this thing to lunch, church, social events, the bingo hall, the Dollar General, Walmart, of course, family reunions. All right, let's give this to Rocky.
Oh, of course.
Why do you always have to get in the car? I gotta unstrap it. If you'll let me unstrap it, you can have the tree, buddy.
As he starts eating before it's even off.
He's trying to kill the tree.
He's fighting with it.
What is that, Rocky?
Got it.
You don't even like your gift? Does he not like it?
Rocky.
What a spoiled brat. Oh,
hi,
Granny.
Granny.
Granny wants her time in front of the camera.
Well, everybody else likes it, right? It's only you.
Oh.
like I close my food before I eat it.
Oh, there
So
you
I
go.
want to see how long this is.
Look.
1 fish, 2 fish. That thing is over 12 feet long.
Lord Almighty.
Yeah.
Rocky, Lord Almighty, we have put in a lot of work for you. Is that good? Huh? You like it?
Look how furry you are. Man, he gets furry for winter, don't he? Look, Granny's scratching her head on. They like to scratch on the trees, don't they? Well, guys, we had fun with this one. We got this thing back on the road after 29 years off the road. Runs like a top, not a single problem with it. Even got Rocky his Christmas present, which we're not sure if this means he likes it.
She heard it.
We're not sure if this means Rocky likes his present or he doesn't like it,
We'll
but
grow another tree with this one.
I told you, he's playing with his food before he eats his food.
we really appreciate everybody that watches our channel. Without you guys, we would just be making home videos out here. I'm blessed to be able to do what I do for a living, and it's because of people like you. So thank you very much to everybody that watches our videos, comments, subscribes, super thanks, members, buys the merchandise. We appreciate every bit of it. But
Half your homies.
exactly, pouring out for your homies, drink your RC Cola.
Grow
It's good for you. I'd like to do some patch panels with the quarters and stuff. I'd like to fix up the interior a little better, put some floor patch panels in. We got to figure out where we can get parts for it, or if there's like another car that has similar floor pans and quarters we could get parts off of. I'm excited about being able to drive this thing now. Really had fun making this video though. Did you guys have fun?
Oh, it's great.
Except for hauling the tree out. That was kind of hard. It was a lot of work in that tree out there.
But this is definitely one of our keeper cars.
This is a keeper, yeah. We got it from family friends whose grandpa bought it brand new. It's got a bazillion miles on it. It's had the motor replaced, but it's still a one owner car. So yeah, we plan on keeping this car.
She about bit my
Oh,
finger.
wait, I dropped it.
She don't see it.
That's like letting the flag hit the ground, you know it?
Here, right
I'll
here.
let that vine hit the ground. There you go. But you can check out our second channel at.
Sleeper Dude 2.
You can check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at.
Sleeper Dude 88.
You almost lost out. You were playing with your present. No, Granny's. Look at this. Oh, man. That's a love triangle
That's
right
like
here.
Lady in the Tramp.
Look at this. Here, y'all meet in the middle. Oh, yeah. You want some of that? You can buy our merchandise down below. If you click on it, it'll take you to Spring's website where you can buy lots of different shirts. We got Rocky Christmas shirts. We got That's Unfortunate shirt.
OG Sleeper Dude.
Yeah, we got flip-flops and May Pops.
Oh,
Here you go. Get the juice. We got to get back on the Mini Winnie. We need to fix the top on it. Also, we got some parts lately to upgrade the transmission on it, and we need to go through the engine because we got summer trip. We got to get ready for summer, you know. We also need to find the engine and transmission for the Metromite, build the hot side piping and stuff, and mount the turbos on the Fairmont Futura big block car. We're waiting on a couple parts for the Galaxy Wagon engine build. I don't think there's any events coming up until probably, March or April, so no event. What are you doing to me? Why are you licking me? They're all gone. We will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. We appreciate everything you do, and we will see you in a few days. Here. Archie. Oh, God.
The side.
Man, side saddle.
I wish it would.
Teach her not to smack her lips.
Oh, yeah.
Bye!
We'll cut the cheese. Cut it.
Bye.
And where's Squeeze? Who knows? Who knows where Squeeze
Blinked out
is?
one time ago.
Probably
She slunked out. She didn't want nothing to do with this.
Tell him bye, Rocky.